What's up, everybody? It's Kane from Dusty, Oregon. I'm here in Montreal during POP Montreal. It's been a long weekend, but it's not over yet. And I'm here with Cinzia and the Eclipse. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. And of course, first question a lot of people are going to ask, is there an eclipse?
There is an eclipse. I'm so happy that you asked. I actually started doing music as Cinzia, but it felt a little weird just getting praise and it all being like focused on me entirely when, you know, I have my producer, Luca the producer, I have my live band who work on the music, I have videographers, photographers, everyone who's like really involved in making all the music that we have. So adding the eclipse was kind of my way to credit everyone.
It just also takes me to like other, there's a lot of female bands from like 2000s, 2010s. And is there anyone like particular that kind of inspired that concept?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit like I felt like I had a little bit of imposter syndrome, to be honest, when I was feeling that, because it was like, okay, if I'm an artist and I'm on stage, I should feel comfortable to receive all that towards me. But then I thought of Florence and the Machine, and that's a whole band, and that feels like everyone's getting credit where it's due, even though, everyone knows Florence, So once I saw that, it was just a matter of finding the right wording. And we had a few other ones like that we thought of. We never used. They sounded really country.
Oh, please, let's hear them.
I think there was Cinzia and the Slingers, or like the whiskey shots or something. And it was so country. And I grew up on country. I love it, but that's just not the music I made.
The whiskey shots. Are you a big fan of whiskey?
I enjoy it. I like a good bourbon every now and then.
Are you a Jameson person?
You know what? I'm more of a Jameson than tequila. Like, when you go out and everyone's doing tequila shots, I'm like, Jameson, please.
And I've related to Stockholm Syndrome, where like you just got to do it, but you don't love it, but you love it. It's weird, Jameson. Yeah, I've got to. Anyways, enough about my alcoholism. But your music. I'm just joking. I'm fine. I don't drink that much anymore. We're good. It's in the past. Speaking of, in the past too, like a lot of your music that you've been putting out was during the pandemic. You put out that EP, Little Italy, which is a really beautiful EP. Talk about that a little bit, because I know there's some really cool backstory to that, and once it was out as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Little Italy was basically written in my apartment in Little Italy. So I found that title really encompassed all the stories that were going on. It was really hard, and we were debating if we wanted to release it because we were in a pandemic. Like, do we wait and hold back till we can tour and stuff? Because like that's a big part of why I do music, is to play these songs live and connect with people on a face-to-face basis. I came up with this idea that if we're going to release music during a pandemic, this is the only time that I can genuinely bring an audience from around the world into my world, literally. Yeah. So what we had done was created the Lunar Sessions, which is where we went to 4 different locations. The 4 locations had like an attachment to each song on the EP, because there were 4 songs. So that was whether I wrote it there or whether one of the stories of the songs took place there. And we were able to like support local business too. So it was a big win, and not something that we could have done on tour, let alone thought of if we didn't go through a pandemic.
Do you feel like a lot of your creativity was actually like elevated in that time on lockdown and everything?
I think it gave me the opportunity to understand my art way more, and my level of creativity and who I wanted to be as an artist. To be honest, I was too much of an extrovert to really just focus on myself and do that. I was at like concerts every night and meeting new people and talking and like doing things that I thought were the priority, as a young person living life. The pandemic really allowed me to look inward and decide what message I want to put out, what sort of ideas I want to share, and who I genuinely want to be as a person and as an artist. I had like a raspy voice since I was like 12 years old, right? And the first thing people say with my music is about the vocals and about the texture. I think younger me wouldn't even be able to grasp the concept that
grasp the rasp. Sorry.
Grasp the rasp? Yeah, no, I don't think she would. I think like, let alone doing music, but having my voice and my vocals be the defining, unique thing that made us. It used to be so strange to me because it was the thing I hated the most. there was a boy on drums who was a little older than me. And I think I told you this story too.
Sort of stuff. Drummers are trouble.
We're doing Drive My Car by the Beatles, which like now I could sing that, but I couldn't sing that then, right? So I think I sang like 2 bars. Drummer stops. He was a prideful man, and he was like, literally stops, and oh my God, I remember this, the whole move. He turned around with his drumstick and points and goes, "You can't sing," and continues playing. And I was like, okay, I guess not.
Oh my God.
It was so harsh. It was so harsh. And I genuinely think about him at least once a week and being like, I wonder if he knows that I'm like killing it right now. I was really lucky because Luca, the producer, and I had gone to high school together, and he remembered that I sang, and he reached out to me and was like, hey, I just started producing. I don't know if you want to come by the studio, and we'll just do like a sort of learning experience for both of us. And the first song that I brought to him was a song called Roses. That actually just got placed in Disney Plus this year.
So cool. Full circle moment for sure.
How weird is that? The first song we ever worked on is the song that got us our first like real placement.
Are you worried that you've peaked?
Not even a little bit. Oh my gosh, not even a little bit. There's so many other things I want to achieve, and so many things down the pipeline that we're working on that I'm just excited to share. You know, you can be a confident musician and be like, yeah, I know my work is good and I'm proud of it, but it will never, ever get old to have someone come up to you and say, hey, I connect with your music. I love that song. I think that's great. There's always like a little piece of me that'll be shy and be like, oh my God, really? You think so?
Having people sing back the words at your shows and stuff, and that feeling just is...
Yeah. So that happened with No Matter. I knew that people knew the song, and that was great. That was fantastic that people were listening to it. But I could like audibly hear the crowd sing the words, which was wild to me. Because this is a song I wrote over a breakup with like wine stains on my shirt, on like my living room floor, crying, just me and my guitar, you know? And to know that that's a song that people are latching onto and singing now is just wild.
And a lot of your music too is very personal, and that's also the aspect that's so relatable for a lot of people because, like, you know, being a cold-hearted Aries, it's difficult, right? Sometimes to talk about your feelings.
Yes, you know what? Cold-hearted Aries, but my moon is in Cancer, so I'm an emotional little baby, okay? I'm sort of a jokester, you know, and I love that, but it does get hard to have serious conversations sometimes with me, and I recognize that. So music is sort of my outlet for that, you know, and that's where it all goes. You're my therapist today. Jeez.
I did go to school for psychology, so it's coming to use.
Fascinating. Yeah.
Tell me about your parents.
How much time do you have? This is like a trick that I picked up in therapy.
Listen up, people. Free therapy session.
You know, I'll look at myself in the mirror in the morning and decide on like one thing that I want to focus on that isn't physical, and just be like, you're going to kill it today. No, like, you're going to kill it today. No, we're going to kill it today. And like, you repeat it enough until you convince yourself that like, oh yeah, that's happening. And then you just like blast Lizzo in the car and you're good to go. Yeah, everything goes into song. And there are times where I'll be like having a conversation with someone, and I swear to God, I try to listen. I really do. But sometimes my mind just goes like, oh, that would be a good song lyric. Okay, yeah. And then if we rhyme this. Yeah, okay, yeah, tell me more. And I just like start writing a song while they're talking, and I feel so bad. And I'm just like, okay, gotta go. Bye.
I wasn't done crying yet. Don't care.
Don't care. Sorry, I got a song to write.
Yeah, go check out Little Italy, and stay tuned for new music next year from Cinzia and the Eclipse. And yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.